Hey everyone, and welcome to part 14 of our Pokemon Sword playthrough, and we're jumping right with these champion battles.
Yeah, that's right. No time for hanging about in this waiting room, boys, but I do have some announcements.
They can come after reminding everyone to hit the like and subscribe button, Obama. And then you can tell everyone your most likely dumb news.
Well, it affects you too, Donald, but I just wanted to let everyone know we'll try to play the Isle of Armor DLC after the main story of this game has been finished.
Oh yeah, that is quite important news, but anyway, for now it looks like we'll be battling the ever-beautiful Nessa and her shit water-type Pokemon.
I like how she has dive balls though, guys. That's a pretty neat detail they added in, but yeah, her team is quite bad, and I think our Rillaboom will be able to knock all her Pokemon out.
Yeah, so my challenge for this whole champion battle is to not even Dynamax any of our Pokemon, because I think I'm now at a point where I can handle a challenge in this game.
Okay, well, her first Pokemon is a Golisopod, which Guzma had in our Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon playthrough, Joe, if you remember. And its first impression move destroyed us in that game.
Yeah, well, Woodhammer and Drum Beating are our best moves for this gym leader battle, boys, but be careful with the former Joe, as Woodhammer hurts us too.
This battle was so easy the first time me and Nessa brawled it out, Obama, and the same will go again now too, since our team is cracked.
Yeah, Obama, you're such a little pessimist. Joe's out here one-shotting all her Pokemon like they're a bunch of level 1 bug types.
First of all, when did you two become so friendly? And also, I never said he was doing bad, Donald. I just told him to watch out.
Yeah, well, thanks for that pointless advice, Obama. I'm on a roll currently, and this momentum has to be kept up for the rest of this tournament. I'm so confident I think I'll ask the viewers a question for this video, too.
Okay, fine, Joe, but if you lose one battle, then remember, Donald or myself will be the ones playing the rest of this, and for your sake, let's hope it's not me.
Actually, I changed my mind about that rule, Barry. I think Joe should just play the rest of this series, even if he loses battles. I mean, who really cares at this point, because there's not much for us to do.
Donald, what have you been smoking, bro? I literally said that we're going to be doing the Isle of Armor DLC later, and that's got a crap ton of content in it for us to play.
Yeah, I know that too, Obama, but I still don't feel like playing. I have my reasons, so let's just leave it at that, buddy.
Yeah, Donald's reasons are that he's now my best friend forever, and he loves me more than you, Obama, and I'm just better.
Yeah, okay, well, when his true reasons are known, Joe, then don't come crying to me about it. You're a big boy now, so sort it out yourself.
Well, I'm going to ask the viewers the question for this video, which is that I want you all to comment your best fact about fire-type Pokemon in particular. It can be anything really, and our favorite comment will get a shout-out.
Yeah, that's an interesting question for the viewers, Joe. Let's see what they come up with, but for now, we're currently battling Nessa's final Pokemon, which is this Blastoise ripoff Pokemon.
You mean we were battling that Blastoise ripoff Donald? Joe's actually gone and one-shot her whole team, so yeah, well done, Joe.
And that's how all the other battles are about to go to Obama. All the Pokemon that I come across from now on will unfortunately have the same fate as Nessa's team.
Yeah, don't get too cocky, buddy, but anyway, well done for beating the first round of this tournament, and this is who we'll be battling next, too.
Yeah, this is the tournament chart, and basically it'll be us battling Raihan again, because there's no way he loses to anyone else here. It's like we're battling all the gym leaders again in the same order.
Okay, and with that, we're on to round 2 now, boys. And the next person we'll be battling is Bee. I really like her, but sadly her fighting-type Pokemon will meet their maker again.
Damn, Joe, coming in with that fighting type talk, so let's see if you actually mean it or if it's just you trying to act cool.
Okay, I take back what I said earlier, boys. Looks like we won't be battling all the gym leaders in the same routine as last time because that grass-type guy isn't here.
God, I never liked that guy anyway, Obama. He was super weird looking with his eyes and nose, and yeah, he freaked me out. He's the type of guy who wouldn't need to dress up on Halloween, in my humble opinion.
Okay, Jesus Christ, Joe, you didn't need to go in that hard on the poor fellow, whatever his name was. Anyway, whilst you battle Bee, I want to ask the viewers to ask us a question this time, and we will respond to your questions in the next video.
Yeah, keep your questions Pokemon related, and we'll pick out a few to respond to and shout you out as well.
I'd like to say that I taught Thunder to Dragpult in between episodes because of one viewer who said it was painful having Dragon Dance on a special attack Pokemon, so yeah, I got rid of that move for Thunder.
Well, that viewer had a point, Joe. Why would you want to waste a move slot on this guy when he's a special attacker and doesn't exactly need the speed boost either?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to admit they were right, but in the end they were indeed right. So anyway, here we are with Dragapult literally nuking Bee's entire team. She's so weak compared to last time.
Well, granted, you did do a lot of training, Joe, which is something we suggested you do. However, you have the bad habit of going a little overboard sometimes, but I think this is fine for now anyway.
Hey, look, guys, she finally has her Grapplock with her. The first time we battled B, she didn't have this guy, but now it's appeared, and it's the same one that was in the anime.
And yet it stood no chance against Joe Elmau. Our Dragapult is properly cracked, and I think we should maybe bench it for the rest of these battles, Joe, because it'll be too easy then.
I thought about that too, Obama, but let's see. Like I said, I wasn't planning on using Dynamax to beat anyone going forward unless we're put in a situation where it's absolutely needed.
Okay, well, B is on to her last Pokemon, being Machamp here, and she's Dynamaxing it right now, too. I wonder how strong this will be.
Well, it would obviously be her strongest Pokemon, Donald, and it did tank one Dragon Pulse from us, but I think one more should be enough to take this guy out.
I'd like to point out that her Machamp is actually a female Obama, so yeah, get that right, bro. But other than that, I do agree her Machamp will soon be dead.
And boom, that concludes that, guys. This is the second gym leader Joe has beaten in the tournament so far, so well done, Joe. Let's keep the momentum going forward like this all the way to Leon.
Yeah, excellent job, buddy. That's 2 down, and I think Rayhan is next. And also the last person we'll be battling here, too. And knowing him, it could end up being a double battle.
That's right, Barry. Raihan is indeed the last person we'll be battling. And talking of double battles, what happened to triple and rotation battles and even swarm battles or whatever they were called?
Triple and rotation battles died in the Unova region, Donald. They haven't been seen since, from what I remember, although I'm sure someone in the comments will point out some random battle they've been in another game.
I never liked them anyway, Donald. They were just so slow to me and wasted more time than necessary. Swarm battles were also so dead because you had to wait for each Pokemon to attack, I think.
Okay, well, we can discuss this later because Joe's gone and put Dracovish to the front of the party, and I take it we'll be using him to battle Raihan's Dragon Weather team.
His weather team is about to feel the full force of Fishious Rend, or whatever that move's called. Guys, we got it earlier, and it's super powerful for a water-type move.
Okay, here we go, Joe. The last battle we have to do before taking on the ultimate champion, Leon himself, who, by the way, has a super easy team compared to the likes of Cynthia.
Yeah, but Leon has Plot Armor Obama, which basically makes whatever Cynthia has redundant. And now this guy is going on about how good his drought ability is to the fool.
And with one Fishious Rend, the Torkoal met his maker, LML. That move is definitely super powerful, Joe, but it was also super effective against his Torkoal anyway.
Yeah, and now Raihan has sent out his first Dragon-type Pokemon of the battle, being this turtle dude. I really like this guy from the Alola region anime.
It's a pretty decent Pokemon. Yeah, Joe, but not strong enough to handle our Dracovish. However, I remember in the anime that Ash's one grew red claws.
Okay, well, it did handle our Dracovish quite well, to be fair, Barry. And on the point of Ash's one, how do we get our one to grow red claws out of it?
That's not a power that can be taught by Naturally Donald. We would need the Plot Armor power to be able to achieve what Ash did.
Okay, his next Pokemon is a Flygon, and I just realized the battle with him isn't even a double, so I guess that was a part of his gym challenge then, which made it harder than this battle with him.
I'd like to announce to the world that I do expect to see a Mega Flygon appear in the new Pokemon Zia game, and I'm sure I've said that before, but I'm saying it again, otherwise I'll riot.
Well, let's hope the one we use in that game will be stronger than Raihan's one, Donald, because I took this guy out so fast it wasn't even funny.
Hang on, Joe, you can't be announcing the Pokemon we're going to be using in a game that's not even released yet, bro. Holy hell.
Okay, well, let's hope everyone watching has the memory of Joe so they'll forget he ever said that, or I can just cut it out in the edit later.
Oh shit, yeah, my bad. Pretend you all didn't hear that, everyone, and we shall be swiftly moving on with whatever Raihan's next Pokemon is.
His next Pokemon is, in fact, his last Pokemon, Joe, which means he'll be Dynamaxing it, so get ready. It's a really strong dragon type.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had a Duraludon. No matter though, he can do whatever he wants to his dragon, because we're still going to win this.
So all in all, the gym leaders teams haven't really changed as much as I thought they were going to make them. I was hoping for some unique Pokemon we maybe don't get to see as much.
Okay, well, I think this is the end for Dracovish in this battle, guys. It managed to take out basically all Raihan's Pokemon, but since I'm not Dynamaxing, we're at a slight disadvantage.
I mean, you could have popped a few full restores on Dracovish Joe if you wanted to be smart, but sure, whatever. Let the poor thing die and become less friendly to us.
If anything, it should already have max friendship with us, Barry, with how well I've been treating it. But anyway, I think our Tyranitar should be able to clean up in here.
Okay, well, you both have super effective moves against each other, Joe, but I don't think your strat of not Dynamaxing is going to go well.
Well, if I can say I beat every gym leader without Dynamaxing, then you guys have to agree my street cred will be off the charts, and I'll also do the same for Leon's battle too.
Okay, Donald was right, Joe. Maybe you should Dynamax, you know, because that's 2 Pokemon that Raihan has taken out already in a space of like 30 seconds.
It's fine, boys. Our Mr. Rhyme will be the actual Pokemon to clean up in here. Tyranitar was just a distraction, if you can believe me or not.
You know what, Joe? We can't so just get this over with, will you? His Pokemon has ended its Dynamax phase, so this should be a cakewalk now.
Maybe sending out Mr. Rhyme would have been the better choice from the get-go, Joe, since it's got dazzling gleam, and on top of that, it's an ice type, too.
Yeah, maybe, but what I did was more fun. I think Obama. It did make the battle more of a challenge, and I can now officially say I beat the whole tournament without Dynamaxing once.
Yeah, well, Raihan was just glorified in my opinion, Joe. I bet I could have beaten him with a Sunkern and Magikarp or something like that.
Okay, and with that, boys, we're finally in the finals, LMAO, and as you all saw from the chart, our next opponent is the GOAT himself, Leon.
Well, that status of GOAT will soon belong to me, Obama, and Leon will be known as the sheep as he tries to follow in my greatness.
And of course, we have Hop here storming into the finals like he owns the place when he lost the first battle we had together, the loser. This guy should be escorted out, in my opinion.
He's walking around with his Inteleon Donald, which is pretty cool to see. I used to hate it, but now I think I really like it a lot.
It's a good Pokemon, Joe, but its shiny form is pink, and you all know how I feel about that. Pink Pokemon should not exist, and the worst of all is what they did to Arceus by giving it a pixie plate.
Go cry me a river, Donald, and get over yourself. Arceus needs the Pixie Plate to keep its title of most powerful Pokemon. And by the way, if you think about it, it was Arceus who actually invented the Pixie Plate too.
Oh my God, I can't believe I never thought about that, Obama, you're right. But I think my shock at this new revelation will have to wait because Mr. Rose has crashed our battle with Leon.
This guy is insane, Donald. He's ripping up the stadium with red death rays, and he's saying he's going to release the darkest day all over Galar. The things that go through these evil leaders' minds is literally backwards.
Yeah, well, this is part of the story, Joe, which means we're getting ever closer to catching Eternatus and the Sword Dog legendary Pokemon, who I really couldn't care less about, to be honest.
All right, looks like Leon is going to be the one to try save the day, which we can't allow as much as I love the guy. We're the heroes of this story, not him and definitely not Hop.
Wow, and the dialogue I have to give him is me saying he should come help us, which is something I wish I could tell him not to do. He's just going to get in the way as usual.
He wants to live up to his brother's reputation, basically, Joe. Imagine being a nobody like Hop, whilst your brother is probably the most famous person in the Pokemon world.
And then he gets beaten by his best friend, so he's been reduced to a third-rate citizen, pretty much. He has a lot of catching up to do. But anyway, we're back at our hometown, and look who it is.
It's Obama's side host, Sonia, looking ravishing in her new lab coat. Although she doesn't seem to be doing any professor work, does she? She's just standing around here, look pretty.
And that's all she needs to be doing, Joe. But to be fair as a professor, she really should be helping us sort this darkest day nuking of Galar Crusade, which Mr. Rose is orchestrating.
All right, well, we're back in the Slumbering Weald, boys, and this is where we were right in part 1 of Pokemon Sword, but now we're back here to find the legendary Pokemon.
And speak of the devil, here they are. Zacian and Zamazenta, or whatever their names are. And did you both know that they're really good in competitive battles, too?
We knew that, Joe, but I don't know how you'd know that fact when you barely can battle against AI, let alone actual human beings.
Says you, Obama, but it appears they want us to follow them for some reason, guys. I wonder what they have in store for us or how they'll help us out here.
Well, they've led us to this pretty garden in the middle of the Slumbering Weald, it seems, and I bet we're somehow like the first people to see this place in thousands of years.
I bet you're right, Donald, because there seems to be some items on the floor under that trellis thing. If this was the real England, someone would have come here and vandalized this place or thrown those items into the river.
Yes, I don't doubt that. That would happen, Barry. But anyway, looks like we need those items to help save the Galar region or something. Maybe the legendary Pokemon are stuck inside of them.
Yeah, Joe, I highly doubt that, you moron. They're not Pokeballs. But you're right, we need them to help save the world. And I'd like to point out that we should be given the key to the whole Pokemon world at this point with the amount of regions we've saved.
Okay, I totally agree with that point, Donald. We've saved at least 1 billion people at this point, probably. Actually, if we guess the Pokemon world has the same population as the real world, then we've actually saved about 9 billion people.
Hang on, though, Barry. What happens when there's too many people in the world? Like, eventually that'll happen, won't it?
I'm pretty sure it's your job to help figure that out, Joe, but instead of us talking about depressing topics in the real world, How about we talk about in the virtual world here, since we're about to storm that secret underground base?
These evil leaders sure do love secret underground bases, don't they, boys? I mean, Team Rocket had 2 of them. Team Flare had one in that cafe. Team Magma and Aqua had one too, only Team Galactic didn't.
Team Galactic are so gangster, they just built a giant building right in the middle of Veilstone City, right in plain sight, because they knew no one would be stupid enough to take them on except a 10-year-old boy and looker.
Hang on, boys. What the hell is going on in here? That thing at the back looks like a giant egg which Yveltal was sleeping in.
Okay, well, Joe looks like we're gonna be battling Mr. Rose now. He's dead set on beating us, so we don't get in the way of his Galar Region plans.
That's right. Barry and his first Pokemon is an Escavalier from the Unova region. This is actually a solid Pokemon and one we should use one day.
Yeah, well, this guy is probably weak as hell, as far as I'm concerned, Donald. So I think this is going to be the real warm-up battle before we take on Leon, since we were rudely interrupted from having that battle.
I think this guy just sort of has every type of Pokemon, Joe, and doesn't specialize in one like the gym leaders did. So let's hope you can win this.
His team appears to be basically Gen 5 based by the looks of it, though, which means his team could end up being strong as we get closer to the end of the battle.
All his Pokemon are like level 55 or around there, though. Donnie, so this will be a walk in the park for me and Dracovish here. Vicious Rend is such a great move, too.
Well, most of our team is in the level 60 range, and some are pushing very close to level 70. Even, so I think by the time we have this game beat, most of our team will be at least level 80.
Damn, he has another Pokemon from Unova Boy, so I take it Mr. Rose here must be from somewhere there. I bet he's from Castilia, knowing him.
Yeah, it is really interesting how his team is basically all from Gen 5, Donald. Although I know his last Pokemon, which is his ace, is from the Galar region.
Well, he has 2 Pokemon left, Barry, and his next one is definitely not from the Unova region. This is from Galar, and it's the final evolution of Meowth.
Yeah, this thing again, Joe. I never actually liked the original Meowth line, which is probably a surprise to you all since its signature move is Payday. But I just felt the design was crap.
Yeah, I think I could agree with you on that too, Donald. Persian just felt a bit bland to me, kind of like vanilla ice cream.
Hey, if you want to talk ice cream, then you know I'm your boy for that. And your take on vanilla is bullshit, Barry, because it's an ice cream you can always have without having to worry about how it'll taste.
Yeah, share your take on ice cream after beating his last Pokemon Joe, which is an elephant. And this is another Pokemon which I really hate, actually.
Okay, well, Joe managed to kill the thing whilst you were still ranting Donald, which goes to show our team is cracked as hell, or Rose's team was just trash.
Clearly, I'm just the better trainer right here, Barry. But anyway, how about we start wrapping this episode up, boys?
Yes, good idea, buddy. So thank you very much for watching, people. Please remember to like and subscribe and consider becoming a member of the channel and Patreon if you'd like some extra perks.
Yeah, we set up our merch store too last time, so if you'd like to check it out, then check out the links below.
Yeah, that's right, and we're always open to getting design ideas from you all, so please leave some comments below about that.
And in the next episode, I think we'll actually be able to battle and catch Eternatus, boys. So we hope you're all excited to see Joe get destroyed LML.